Hey there, Sarah here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a healing bundle that can travel with you wherever you go. It's pretty much a moving altar. It is also what we healers can use to carry around our tools if we're doing healing in different locations for different people. And it's also something that you can create no matter who you are, but especially for children, as a way to assist in digesting into moving really intense emotions such as anger or rage. And so there's a few things we're going to do before we even begin. You want to gather some materials. Personally, for me, whenever I'm doing energy work or anything in this type of a realm, I like to have water on hand for myself because it is nice to be able to take sips while I'm doing this process, as a lot of things can be moving and water can be a really helpful way to continue that movement through the physical body. So I got my water glass here, which I'm going to set off to the side. Then we're also going to want to set the space to kind of clear it. To do that, you can just clap to get some energy moving in the air. You can light a candle if candles are something you like. I have a little leaf here. It's a piece of sage that is dried from the garden that I'm going to light and burn just to have a little smoke going on in the area. And I'm going to allow that to cleanse the space where I am going to create my healing bundle. So I'll set that off to the side. It's going to keep burning a little bit. The biggest thing for setting your environment in your space is purely letting the people know in your house or in the area where you are that you're going to be occupied for a little bit of time, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, just so that way you're not getting disturbed, so you can really be focused on what it is that you're doing. If you are an adult with kids or with different things going on, finding childcare for them, and then it might be actually locking a door and really setting yourself that sacred time to be with yourself. If you're doing this as a parent with a child, then you want to communicate to them, hey, this is going to be our focus for the next however long, and you're going to want to make sure that you've eaten beforehand, that you've gotten things taken care of so that you can really settle into the space. You're going to want to just set the intention. That's really the most important thing about setting your space. So our intention today for creating a healing bundle is to allow this spiritual connection, to allow us the ability to connect to Mother Earth, the majestic digester, who is here specifically for us to feed her our densities, feed her our tensions, so that she can create an even stronger land that we stand upon. When we hold on to things that we're feeling, or we hold on to these really intense things that have happened in our life, it creates blocks within us that can then lead into emotional, physical, mental disturbances that we're going to experience on a day-to-day basis. Whereas what we can do is we can allow it to move through us, and in that way it is a gift to the earth that is all around us, because the earth, just like how composting works and things are recycled and renewed into new energy, we can do that with the energies of our body. And so that's what this allows us to do. So this healing bundle that we're creating is just an extension of the earth, an extension of the earth's digestive ability. It's something that we can carry with us so that no matter where we are, whether we're in a city, in a hotel room, up in an airplane, in our bed at night, we have access to the ground, to the earth, to Pachamama, Mother Earth, and we can heal by letting go of the things and offering them to her, by offering them into this bundle. Some other things that you're going to want outside of creating the intention and the space, the environment, the container for you to do this work, you're going to want a cloth to put your bundle in. It can be any size. Mine's pretty large, but that's because I'm putting some larger crystals inside of my bundle. Your cloth could be really small, and then you could have your items be smaller. There's also a way you can do this completely without any of these physical tools, and that's something I've explained on my blog if you're interested in learning more about that. So I'm going to lay the cloth out in the middle here because I'm going to lay the items into it. Now, when I'm laying each item into it, I want to give gratitude to that item. I want to think about how it supports me with my healing, how it supports this digestive energy, this connection with the earth and the world around me, and just give some gratitude and love for that object. A nice place to start is just by feeling our body and feeling into gratitude and love inside of us. And you can do this by thinking of the color green and really seeing this color green inside of you or in the area around you. Breathing can be a great way to help those energies move and to connect with our physical body as we're doing this. I sometimes like to use air as a way of offering blessings to objects. So as we pick up an item, which the items for your healing bundle are going to be very different because they're going to be specific to you. So you might have some things that are similar to what I'm using today. You might have things that are completely different. This healing bundle is yours and yours alone. So the importance is that these items represent something that feels nurturing and good for you. So the objects that I'm sharing with you today that are going into my healing bundle are objects that are meaningful to me and that are unique to what gives me nourishment. You may want to include things like photos of loved ones or photos of gods or goddesses that you call to in times of need. You might want to include coins or little pendants or charms or things that just have significant meaning for you. Today you'll see I'm putting a lot of natural items into my healing bundle. So I have my cloth, I have my objects, I also have some old socks that got holes in them. So I don't wear them anymore, but these serve really great because when we put things into this bundle, they can get all kind of mixed around and they can hit up against each other. So I have some crystals that I want to protect, and so I'm going to put them inside of these socks just to give them a little bit of padding. I also have this little cloth bag here, which I'm going to use for some smaller items, just so that way they're not kind of tumbling all about in the bundle and maybe spilling out of the edges. It'll give them some containment as well. So it can be nice to have a few extra things to use when we're creating this space for ourselves, this bundle. So let's do my little pouch first. I got my little pouch here. I've got some pieces of sea glass. These sea glass, some of them I have found myself. A few of the pieces are pieces that have come through my grandfather, who's no longer on this earth. So they are very significant to me and to my journey here. So I'm going to put these in the bag so that way they're all staying together. I also have a few tumbled stones. So these are crystals that have been tumbled, so they have smooth edges, and they're just ones that I like the energy of, so I'm going to put those in. I also have a really small crystal point. So this is a crystal that's shaped into a point, and that's going to go in the bag. I like to use that for healing work in different ways. And then I have all these rough little stones that have come from different places where I've lived, where I have journeyed, and they're all going to go in this bag too, just because they are really microscopic. You know, they're much smaller than pennies. Some of these you could probably stack like 10 of them on a penny. I'm going to put these all in here. Some of them are little pieces of quartz and crystals that I have found throughout my travels. Others are just, you know, what you would call like a regular rock that you would see on the beach, or you might see out in your garden or in the woods. They all come from places though. Some of them I remember, some of them I don't remember exactly where they've come from. But they represent times where I have been out in nature and I have been doing healing work with the earth. And so they hold a lot of importance, a lot of energy that's meaningful to me. And so I will be putting them in my healing bundle today. All right, I think I got the last of those little ones. And then the last thing that's going to go in this bag is this shell that I just love. And again, it's something else that I found in nature. So I got all these items in this little bag here. I'm going to seal it up, and this is going to go in my make stuff. Just thinking about the gratitude of all those items. Thank you. Next, I have this crystal here that I got when I was in Peru, and this will be going in there, so I'm going to set that in. So I'm kind of putting these items close together because I want to create a tight bundle. I want these items to be secure together. This is a piece of rose quartz that I got at a crystal store that will be going in here too. Here I've got a piece of selenite that I'll be adding. Selenite's great for cleansing, so it's just a nice thing to have in here because it's going to keep everything really cleansed and feeling good. Next, I have a few raw stones that are just a little bit bigger than the ones that I put in the bag that I found out in nature, so I'll be adding those. And then I have this stone here that I found when I was living out west on a ranch that will be going in there. Next, I have this crystal that I picked up while traveling that will be going in here. And then I got my quartz point, which is a bit bigger. So this is one that's going to go in the bag, or in the sock bag. So I like to use the little end of the sock to wrap the crystal point, because that can get damaged really easily in a bundle. And then I like to do the little like flip tuck of the sock to wrap it around to give it some good cushion. And that's going to get put in there. And then last, I have this crystal, which is a little bit of a volcanic type crystal that has a quartz in the middle. And that one too is special and fragile, so it's going to get wrapped up in the sock. And the sock will be twisted around it. You could also add things like essential oils or herbs into your bundle. Again, this is something that you can open and close, so you can access the things inside, but also when it's closed, it serves as a powerful healer in and of itself. Now, one way to wrap up your bundle, the way that I wrap up mine, is I take the corners diagonal, and I'm going to fold one all the way over. So now I just have it folded so it's in a triangle, like that. No, that's not a triangle. It's across and then coming in like that. And then I'm going to go to the next corner where it has a fold, and I'm going to bring that one over too. So now I've got my bundle in there, and it's folded like this. Now that creates this little pocket over here where I can take, and again, while I'm doing this, I'm kind of pushing things into the middle, making them tight. I can bring this one over, and I can tuck it in. So I'm tucking it in right there. And then I'm going to bring this last side over. It looks like this. And I'm going to tuck it in too. So now I've got everything snug and in here. And this is my bundle. Your bundle could be very small, like a little tea bag, or it could be more like the size of mine. This is something that has a little bit of weight, so I can put it on my belly when I'm laying in bed at night. I could put it underneath my bed when I'm sleeping, kind of down near my feet, up near my head, wherever it's going to feel good. But what I do is I take this out into places in nature so it can charge with the earth energy. So it can charge with Mother Nature, can receive all that love, can receive more of that energy. And that's my way of also giving gratitude to this bundle that does so much work for me. When I am at home though, and I'm using this bundle, if I'm feeling anger arising in me, or I'm feeling a thought that is just percolating and won't seem to rest, I'll just sit with my bundle and I'll breathe. And I'll think of that thought going down into my belly and into the bundle. I just think of it, I let it go. And typically what that allows things to transform, it allows things to get moving, and allows this connection with Mother Earth and Mother Nature, who is all around us, holding us, literally how we're standing and being here as humans. You know, if it weren't for Mother Earth, we'd have nothing to stand upon. We wouldn't be existing. And so this is just our way of connecting with her, of having this place to cycle our energy, to let things go to, and to feed the nourishment of the earth, which can then feed back to us. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below and let me know. I'd love to talk about this. And if you want help with building a bundle yourself, a little extra support, it's always something we can talk about in sessions when you come to work with me. Thank you so much for listening and your time today. Have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your evening. Enjoy the creation process.